this, and this is, I'm jumping a little bit, this will be on down the road, but stargates have to do, therefore, with the movement from this dimension into another dimension. And the Apache Indian now, since they built this observatory on top of Mount Graham, at the bottom of this mountain, they have their cameras, and they have been videoing all of these phenomena that's taking place up here, UFOs and all this stuff that's happening around this stargate. Now, folks, I want to tell you something right now, give you a caveat, a disclaimer, before we move further into this, and that is that I'm going to present this material to you this morning in a hypothetical situation. I may not necessarily agree with everything I'm saying, but I'm giving this information out to you for the sake of information, and then we'll take it and compare it. I believe in debate. I firmly believe in debate. I believe that a school system, a university, or any school system like that has only one view on anything, they're blind. I believe in debate. I believe that you should be able to defend your position. If you are a born-again believer in here this morning, you have nothing to fear from science. You have nothing to fear from anyone. And if you're born again, you believe the Bible. I believe the Bible. I believe the Bible is the absolute authority. I believe it's the inspired Word of God. And I don't believe you're ever going to dig up anything or see anything or experience anything that's going to disprove this book. So the idea is that you know, we're smarter than you. You're a little peon. We're going to condescend to your level and patronize you. And we're going to teach you. We're going to tell you what's best for you. We're going to tell you what's good for you. That's exactly the position of the government today and academia. And that's what's happening. So in any event, the Apache Indian is at the bottom of Mount Graham, and he's up here videoing all this stuff, and he's watching what's going on. Now let me read an article for you about Graham, then we'll move along. This was from WorldNet WND. What is it? WorldNet, what's the D stand for? I don't remember, but anyway. What? Daily? What? Daily. WorldNet Daily. It's one of the most powerful and advanced telescopes in the world. It uses the fierce power of Lucifer. Now put that in the back of your mind. To capture images of planets outside our solar system, peer back toward the beginning of time. The Large Binocular Telescope, or LBT, perched atop the Mount Graham International Observatory in southeastern Arizona, contains an immensely powerful tool that allows humans to observe the faintest and most distant objects in the heavens. Now put this in the back of your mind right now. They are looking very, very intensely off into the heavens. And they're looking for something. They're expecting something. The Vatican is connected directly with what's going on the top of Mount Graham. The Vatican has Jesuit astronomers that are connected with what's going on. They're watching very carefully for what's going on the top of Mount Graham. And let me jump ahead a little bit because I know I'm going to run out of time before I get into the lot of material I want to cover with you this morning. Tom Horn, who is an investigator, you might call him, he'd be like an investigative reporter. Tom Horn, on doing a little treatise on Mount Graham, says that Horn said he spoke with a Jesuit at the Vatican Observatory who told him astronomers there are searching for extraterrestrial intelligence and planets inside our solar systems. Now let me drop this with you for just a moment. I read just a few days ago an article about a NASA, a scientist with NASA, female NASA scientist, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, we're talking now. She said, quote, "There is no question that there are extraterrestrial beings out there and that we will come in contact with them. No doubt. They're there, and we're going to come into contact with them." The Vatican has pushed itself to the forefront in the observation of what's up there that's coming down here. In other words, the Vatican is saying something's up there and it's coming down here, and we're going to be here to receive it when it gets here. We're going to be the first ones to acknowledge its presence, and because, of course, we're the church. The rest of you are just peripheral peons. The church is headquartered in Rome, Italy. We're the church, you see. And the rest of you, if you ever do make it to heaven, you'll make it to heaven through our church. Therefore, if there are extraterrestrials, they'll understand fully and completely right off the bat, we are the top dog, the chief dog of the boneyard. That's the idea of the Vatican. Now, do you believe that? No, I don't believe it, but they believe it. That's what's important about this. They're looking for these things to appear, and they say they're on their way, and it's just a matter of time before they make the announcement that they're here. Now, I want you to start thinking with me this morning. How could they be so certain that something is coming from up there to down here, and that they're going to be the ones that the extraterrestrials acknowledge to be the supreme representation of religion on this earth, and there's going to be a connection? This is important. This will connect religion and science. If you'll remember, under Charles Darwin, the 1800s, religion went one way and science went the other. And a lot of people bowed down at the altar of Darwinism over the Word of God. And then, of course, a whole new thing was created from it. It's called theistic evolution. And that is that you believe in God, but you believe He used evolution as the way to bring about the life as we know it. So we have these extraterrestrials, these ETs, that are on their way to this earth, and the Vatican has built one of the most high-tech observatories in the world on top of Mount Graham to observe their coming, and located right over next to them is this 7-story edifice that's called Lucifer. Now, you and I both know Lucifer, as I've told you before, is a Latin word. It shows up in Isaiah 7, Isaiah chapter, 14, and 14-something. Lucifer shows up one time in the whole Bible. It's a Latin word, not a Hebrew word, but it is connected with the devil. Anybody that's a Bible believer has no problem connecting Lucifer and the devil. You ask anybody, who is Lucifer? Oh, that's another word for the devil. But not with these people. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. So they are coming down. Now here's a statement by these astronomers. And here, according to Horn, in fact, they told us that nobody in academia now any longer believes that humans are the only intelligent life on a planet in this galaxy. Nobody. None. Zero. They said that all academia now accepts the fact that it's really just a matter of time having to do with us locating life on other planets, and not just organisms, but intelligent life. And maybe intelligent life literally trillions of years ahead of us in terms of their evolution. Horn added, it feels like they even know something, or they suspect something, or they're simply putting themselves in a position in case extraterrestrial life is discovered to be the go-to religious source. Beyond Lucifer, that was really the deeper reason that we went to Mount Graham. And of course they are. Now, I want you to listen to me this morning, what I'm talking about, because it's important. How many of you understand the green revolution that's going on right now? Agenda 21. Now, we're going to spend a lot of time with Agenda 21, but Agenda 21 is not of the United States, but it exercises authority over the United States. And Agenda 21 is connected with the Green Revolution, and it moves into the very sovereignty of the states and the sovereignty of personal ownership. Agenda 21 is an all-encompassing thing that is moving right into this country and all over the world. It's connected with the Green Revolution. The Green Revolution is connected with Gaia. What's Gaia? Gaia is the earth. And the earth is supposed to have a spirit about itself. It has a life. It is a living entity. And therefore, we humans are destroying the earth. Therefore, we are immoral. And because we are destroying this earth, we are immoral. We need somebody to come along and straighten us up. And that's what Agenda 21 is about. You see, this is the hypothesis of it. I don't believe that, but this is what they're teaching. And Barack Obama is pushing what? What's he been pushing a lot here lately? What? Green energy and the global warming agenda and the sustainability, the whole 9 yards. This is why the Keystone Pipeline out there from Canada on down in the United States, he was so against it, is because it's possibly could pollute the earth, bust the pipe, so forth and so on, all this. But the bottom line is that the President of the United States right now is fully in the green movement. Remember this now. The green movement is part of a one world government attempt to bring you under the umbrella of this coming extraterrestrials from above that planted man on this earth, and these things up here put man on this earth. It's called transpermia. They put man on this earth, and when they put man on this earth, they've been observing us on this earth, watching us evolve, and now they're going to come back because they're mad because of what we've done to the earth. And so they're going to come back, and they've got a message for us, and they're going to do something about the earth. They're coming as saviors. You say, well, now, preacher, where are they coming from? There's nothing up there, folks. It's all demonic. But what I'm trying to do is to give you how these people think, how they're thinking. And this is where we're leading to. Pope Francis is the present Pope. He's the present Pope. And he is in the process now of coming to America. He's going to give out an encyclical. This encyclical has to do with the Green Agenda, Agenda 21, with Gaia, the Earth. This Pope, as you know, is a Jesuit priest, and he is the first and only Jesuit priest, the only